First, we want to get you up to date on the Hidden Pines fire and where things stand now. So far, 375 acres have burned near Busher State Park. The fire is 50% contained at this hour. And as firefighters start to get the flames put out, many people want to know when they can go back home. Plus, the investigation into what started this whole brush fire. Our Sophia Beausoleil joins us live from Smithville, where she's been all morning. Sophia, what is the latest?
Hi, good afternoon, Kate. Well, we do not know at this time what sparked this fire, but what we do know is that crews are getting a control of it, and they've actually been using Blackhawks and the Bambi buckets that you always see on TV when it comes to massive wildfires, and they've been getting water from this lake right behind me at Busher Park. So the Blackhawks arrived around 10 o'clock this morning. There are two of them, and the Bastrop County Office of Emergency Management says they'll be here all day long. Now, officials say they made good progress overnight thanks to volunteer firefighters, and they were on the front lines battling that blaze. But now they're hoping that the Blackhawks will add that extra effort when it comes to putting out the fires. We have another update for you. Bastrop County officials say they were able to save all historical structures in the park that were in danger, and they were also able to save the UTMD Anderson Cancer Research Center in Smithville. That was a big deal, not only because of the work they do there, it was also worth $500 million. Now, we're told the big difference between this fire and the one in 2011 is not only the size, but the fact that 4 years ago, that fire started in neighborhoods within dense populations, and that was a challenge because they had to get people out. This area where the fire is happening right now is unpopulated, so they're able to take their time, but crews do worry that with the conditions of today, if a fire breaks out somewhere else, it might be a different story.
What's of concern to me, Sophia, is that today we could have another fire break out in one of our rural subdivisions, another neighborhood, and we may not have that luxury of being able to be deliberate and taking our time like we did yesterday.
Along with Mike Fisher and the Texas A&M Forest Service, Senator Kirk Watson, Bastrop County Judge Paul Pappy, and others were there this morning and talking about not only this fire, but crediting the fire mitigation program that's been going on all summer when it comes to helping this blaze, because they say it would have been worse if it wasn't for those preemptive measures. Now, we're going to be following this all day long. We have new crews that just came in to Bastrop County, and as always, go to our website, kxan.com, for the latest updates. Reporting live from Bastrop County, Sophia Beausoleil, KXAN News.
And Sophia, we just got word in that evacuations are being called on Raven Road off Park Road 1C. It is a dead-end road with one way in, one way out. Meanwhile, we want to give you an update on the process to really start getting people back into their homes. We're told if you had to evacuate, you need to go to Busher State Park with your photo ID. A plan is in the works, set to be announced this afternoon on when evacuees can go back home. And here are the places that had to evacuate. It's homes along Old Antioch and Powell Road, KLBJ Road, Tall Pines, Turkey Trot, and Park Hill Farms have all been evacuated. That amounts to about 20 families that were evacuated. Alicia Inns checked out the situation near Busher State Park this morning to get a better idea of the fire conditions on the ground.
Good afternoon. We are off Old Antioch Road here, where neighbors, scary night for them, had to be evacuated in this area overnight. Actually talking to officials out here who said they only had to talk to about 3 homes. All the other families had already left for safety precautions. You can see some of the smoke starting to billow from the trees behind me. The conditions, though, have really quite changed in this area, much different. The day started off a bit cooler. Winds have died significantly from yesterday. And this area, not the only one that was evacuated. The MD Anderson Research Facility located in Smithville was evacuated due to the growing threat of the fire. Campers at nearby Busher State Park were also evacuated as a precaution. Now, of course, this is a nerve-wracking situation for homeowners out here, leaving your home and hoping that you have one standing to come back to.
It's hard to even imagine that you have to try to get, at least we had time, but to get your things that can't be replaced, like pictures and medals from my son's track meets and that kind of stuff.
The crews have been busy really trying to take advantage of the conditions right now, getting water onto the flames that are still actively burning right now. They are still hard at work, and they will be until this thing is completely put out. Reporting from Bastrop County, Alicia Inns, KXAN News.
And if you still need to drop off your pets, you can take them to the Bastrop County Animal Shelter. The shelter is located at 589 Coolwater Drive in Bastrop. And the Rodeo Arena and Show Barn is open for people who have larger animals and livestock. That's off Loop 150. And over the summer, the Texas Department of Emergency Management and FEMA teamed up with Bastrop County to start removing brush, grass, and trees. This was all because of the flooding rains we saw during the spring. The project aims to reduce the risk of fire in mostly residential areas. They are focusing on 400 acres of the county-owned Welsh Track and have cleared more than 200 acres so far. The project is set to be complete in 2017. And as we look over at South Austin, we've had numerous calls and social media posts from concerned viewers. The Austin Fire Department says with all the fires that we've seen over the past 24 hours, the air will be full of smoke and look hazy, and they are asking you not to call 911 unless you actually see flames. But the thing is, when I was at my home earlier today, if I hadn't known about the Bastrop wildfires, I would have thought there was a fire in my neighborhood.
Sure, it can be alarming, so I'm glad that they were putting that out there just to let folks know it's okay, it's just coming from that one fire. The smoke really is prevalent, though, and you'll have to excuse me as I was just reading information from the TCEQ. They monitor our air quality, and it looks like with that smoke coming into the metro now, it is making our air quality a little bit worse. That is an update here that we're bringing to you live at noon. So